Yeah, because we showed a different side to us today. We weren't great with the ball, didn't use it particularly well. Probably came in at half time, probably just shade it, but I'm not sure we probably deserved to go 1-0 up. But the mentality and the physicality we showed at the end, I thought, because I didn't think the ref gave us a lot during the whole game. And it's pleasing I can say that now because we've won the game. I think last year, when we're good, we know that. And we can pass teams off the pitch and they can't get near us. We didn't do that today. Got sucked in a little bit. But I think last year we lose the game. Because we don't have the character, we didn't have not so much the character, but the resilience and the togetherness that they've got now. You know, the group's tight. And that's a powerful thing. To keep believing, people coming on, different people coming on. Everyone's celebrating the goal. I think at the end they see every single member of the squad out on the pitch. No one's sulking, thinking, why am I not in the team? Me. It's always about the team. The 11 players are on the pitch at any one moment. It's always about them. They're the most important people. And, so a long answer, but it's a pleasing win for many different reasons.
Defender yourself, you must have been very pleased with some of the blocks and the bodies on the line that your defenders were doing in that second half.
Yeah, well, it's their job. We've done quite a bit of work on it in this 2-week break, little details of pinching a yard, getting in, getting out, which is difficult because it's hard. It's the natural thing is to go and protect your goal. But like you said, they've all got jobs to do, and the defenders, their job is to get hit. That's why they're generally the ugliest. That's why Raj has got a nose over here. But it's great because whilst they're doing that, the centre forwards are dropping in and making us more compact and hard to play through. Because a lot of I don't think they opened us up at any point. You know, they got in a couple of times in the first half with a long straight ball, which is disappointing from our point of view. And then the second half, there was a lot of balls put in our box that I thought we defended well. And it was scrambles. I'm not sure whether it was a penalty or not. I'm too far away to see, but I know the linesman didn't give it. He was 15 yards away and then didn't put his flag up and then agreed with the referee. So, difficult one.
And in the second half, Scott Flinders, because of that defence, didn't actually have a lot of shots to save at all.
No, there was a lot of pressure. Like I say, a lot of balls put in our box, but we defended the goal well. You know, getting into your shape and being hard to beat, rather than getting opened up or one ball, as in the first half, one ball was doing us one, which we talked about at half time that we didn't want that to happen. But if you're gonna do well, you've got to win different ways, and that's a different way of winning. You look at games at home when we played Bradford or we went to Plymouth, three totally different games. And that's what you've got to do in this league. There's not much between the top and the bottom, so you've got to be at it. I think Cambridge beating Exeter 4-0 today. There's always a couple, so to have that resilience and togetherness was the most appealing for me.
You talked about the Walsall penalty. Did you think you should have had a penalty in the first half when Ryan Broom went down?
Yeah, I thought there was a couple. There was one right at the end where there's an off the ball one as well, and Alex. But listen, we've won the game. That's the most pleasing thing.
And Luke Varney with a terrific finish to win it for you.
Yeah, that's what he is. I don't know whether he was offside. That was a good finish as well with a diving header. Reg is what he is. He's a good finisher. That's why he's played in the top league. In the top league, he's a good player. But it's as we always talk about, it's his hunger and his determination to keep playing. You know, he doesn't want to finish, and he almost has to keep constantly proving to other people, not myself because I played till I was older than him now. But if you keep delivering on the pitch, you're a valuable asset to the team.
You're always obviously pleased after a win, but you seem particularly pleased after this.
Yeah, just because I think lots of things didn't go our way. We didn't play particularly the way we wanted to. I thought the referee didn't help. 50-50s didn't seem to go our way, but we found a way to win. So that's the most pleasing thing, because repeating myself, we want to play expansive football. We want to knock the ball around. We've had 500-600 passes many times this season. We wouldn't go anywhere close to that today. We almost went back a little bit to what we were away from home in that bad run where we didn't quite believe in ourselves. We did it a couple of times, got out. We didn't quite have that belief, but we didn't get beat. So that's how the group shifted from during that bad run.
You played in a very resilient Cheltenham team under Steve Cottrell. Do you see signs that this team is becoming that resilient? I
think it's a totally different team, totally different era. The football was different. But I've always said, I think we've got a good group. So we in the summer we had to protect it and try and harness it, and the people that have come in have bought into what we're trying to do. And the lads, the culture's been set now by the players, not by me. If they have to drive it, it's like me saying something, they have to live it and they have to buy into it, and our players come in and are expected to do certain things, and they don't. The players tell them, not me. So that's something we need to try and protect. It's difficult, particularly when players aren't in the team. But that's the most pleasing thing at the minute is the togetherness of the whole squad.
We had a long spell when winning away from home was very difficult. We went 3 in the last fortnight. Could you put your finger on why it suddenly changed?
Well, we knew what it was. It was a mentality and it was a belief of having confidence to. You can't, because it was the disparity between the two wasn't anything to do with form. It was a mentality of get the ball, drop out and play. And we showed the lads clips, and we did quite a bit of work on it. But they have to again buy in and deliver and believe in themselves. And I think now that we've broken that, got that monkey off our back, broken that hoodoo, that they do believe. And now it's like, okay, well, how's the game panning out? The game will never be the way you plan it from minute 1 to minute 90. So you've got to ride it out sometimes, like you said, the last 10 minutes. Because I don't know what their shape was at the last 10 minutes, but there was bodies everywhere. So we just needed to find a couple of passes to try and break them, which we didn't. But again, resilience, stood firm, and Scotty's not really had a lot to do.
Just over 700 Cheltenham fans here to support you. You must be pleased that the fans now seem to be buying in as well, getting right behind your team.
No, they were brilliant today. From to a man, woman, child, they were. Because the players, we are hanging on a little bit at the end, and it does keep you going. And those moments at the end, that 1 minute there, it means a lot for the players, for the supporters. That mutual respect for and appreciation for what each other have done. They've pulled us along, and we've given them a happy result to go on with.
We talk a lot about togetherness within football all the time. And pretty much every manager I've ever spoken to at Cheltenham, and every player said, "Oh, there's togetherness." Is this special? This togetherness?
It's good. I don't know whether it's better. All I'm interested in is win the next game. But they are a good group. One thing I've found from the minute one since I walked in, that it was a pretty good group. Probably too honest at times, and not demanding enough from each other. But that's where I've got lucky that I've walked into a group of players who are good characters. Because for me personally, I'd always take a good character over a good player. Or a brilliant character over a good player rather than a brilliant player and a not so good character. I'd always do that. Just where I've been, where I've played, the successful teams I've played in have all been built around those sorts of people.